Hey everyone, this is just a quick update video regarding the entombed mod demonstration I did the other day. Now you will recall that I had mentioned you could play as half-giants, Edens, and giants, which is true. However, there is something important I discovered that I wanted to let all of you know. If you plan to play as either a giant, an Eden, or a half giant, what I would recommend you do is somehow find a way to get them polymorphed or find a scroll that will do it. The reason I say that is because for some reason they don't have the proper amount of health when starting the game. For example, Edens are supposed to have 500 health. When you start playing as an Eden, they have 312 at level 1. 312 health. Now, the reason I found this out is because I summoned an Eden skeleton at level 1, and I noticed that it had 500 health, as opposed to my Eden that I was playing as having 300 health. The same is true with giants and half giants. Giants start out with 100 health, and I believe half giants do too. But giants are supposed to have 800. Now that's a lot of health. That's by far the most health out of any race you can play as. So what I would recommend is you get them polymorphed into something else, and when they change back into a giant, an Eden, or a half giant, the health will be properly set so that you can play the game normally as the normal health. The easiest way to do this is to probably either get polymorphed by a trickster, or go down to Twilight Town and get a polymorph scroll. Or you can do the Control I and hope that one appears on the ground. Now, I do want to let you know, in addition to what I said earlier, the polymorph scrolls are most likely going to be unidentified. Most of the scrolls you're going to get with Control I are unfortunately unidentified. The ones that are identified, they tend to be the same thing. So you'll notice that they tend to be Ice Blast scrolls, they tend to be Firebolt scrolls, stuff like that. But the unidentified ones are the ones that you most likely want, because you're not going to find, I don't think you're going to find a polymorph scroll that's identified, unfortunately. So what you might want to do is generate a bunch of scrolls, go down to Twilight Town and sell them so that you can have enough money to identify the scrolls that spawn with Control I. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do that. Because the scrolls that are identified, they're not all the scrolls in the game. They're only a handful of spells. But the unidentified ones are what you want. The identified scrolls are a select few spells, maybe like 10 or 15 spells out of the ones that the game has already. Maybe more, maybe less than that, I don't know. But for example, you're not generally going to find a polymorph scroll that's identified already. You're probably not going to find stuff like Empower scrolls, um, slow and haste scrolls, um, surge scrolls. Well, I think surge scrolls are actually identified already. Um, but yes, slow and haste scrolls, stuff like that is going to be most likely unidentified.
Pause. Stop recording. Check.
It's kind of weird how it works because for some reason the algorithm makes it so that the certain spells um, are identified and certain are unidentified. I'm not exactly sure why, but
Stop recording.
yeah, anyway, I thought I'd let you know that because in order to make the most out of your half giants, giants, and Edens, the best race I've found to play as in terms of strength is giants. However, giants are very uncoordinated and very slow. They might be even slower than ogres, but I'm not sure about that. I'll have to compare the speed. Edens are pretty good strength-wise too. So if you want a faster and more coordinated race, probably go with Edens. And you'd also have an extra armor slot because they have 2 heads. So Edens are very serviceable too. They're very good. So
Stop recording. Check.
yeah, that's all I have for this video. I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. And until next time, you guys take care. See you later.